Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. My name is Andrea. I am replacing Luis in this morning, okay? And I have with me amazing people, and we are going to discuss about what was your childhood dream job. So I believe it's a great opportunity to have a good communication and, of course, training our speaking skills because we are here for that, okay? Before, I would like to explain a little bit how Talk and Talk works. Maybe are people watching us on YouTube, and it's a great opportunity to know about this platform. Basically, Talk and Talk is a language platform where you can find language such as English, Spanish, Italian, French, and German. This is not a class, this is just an immersion. It means that I am not a teacher. I am here just to guide the conversation and, of course, to improve my speaking skills as you guys. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. We are in a safe place to do it. Here, no one will judge you or correct you, but make sure that everybody that's participating in this platform is going to learn a lot because we learn by practicing, okay? So basically, that's it. If you want to know more about our project, please go to our website, talkandtalk.com.br, and check more information. We always start the conversation by self-introduction. So, Bianca, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Andrea. Morning, guys. I
Everything
missed
is
you.
okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Nice. I sent the question for you in the chat. Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so I will start with you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, sure. My name is Bianca. I am a sociologist and demographer and populational data analyst. I'm doing part of my PhD in Philadelphia, US nowadays. And I study education and labor market, trying to discuss meritocracy, if we can say that this exists in our society, but discussing with numbers, mainly populational numbers. And in my free time, I like to do nothing, to work out, to help me a lot with my stress, anxiety, and things like that. Take a sunbath. I'm trying to know different places. Yesterday, more two Brazilian girls arrived in here to do part of the course. And one of them study the access of education of people that are into the hospital, like people that are into the hospital for a long time, like children and people. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Like, does these
great.
people vote or what they do? They have access to education or something. So she studied this process, the education with this kind of person. I never thought about that. So yeah, it's this very different.
Yes. Thank you, Bianca, for sharing. What about you, Iago?
Hello again, everyone. My name is Iago. I am 29. I live in Apuiarés, a small town in Ceará. I work as an instructional designer, and I love to read in my free time. Love to work out too. I love music. I'm currently obsessed with new Elton John's album that he did with another artist that I didn't know her, but it's amazing, the album. Um, and yeah, I think that's it.
Did you know about Elton John's new albums? Because I thought that he stopped singing, right? It's amazing to
Yes,
know
it was
that.
a really nice surprise because I was seeing that it was released maybe 2 weeks ago, I think,
Mhm.
and it's a collaboration with another artist. So it was really surprising because I wasn't expecting for him to record a new album and with a collaborator.
Yeah, it's
So
very
it's a really good album.
nice. I will search about. Thank you, Iago. Lurian, your turn, please.
Yes. So good morning, everyone. Andrea, Camila, Iago, Ianca. So I'm Luria. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 34 years old. I work as a business analyst in a company that the core business is agriculture. It's a really nice job, but I need to learn a lot of things because I never work with this in my life. So now I can talk about agriculture, about the products to kill like the plagues, like the bad things when you can cultivate something. That's it. But I work in the financial area of the company, so it's more about do to discover strategies how you can have a better profit about everything, right? Profit is the company. And that's it. I have two dogs. They are Tobias and Lona. I love them. I love to walk with them. And that's it about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lurian, for sharing. Camila, it's your turn.
Hello, guys. Good morning. My name is Camila. I live in São Paulo, in the capital. I am 40. What else? I work as an accountant, so I am from the finance field. And for me, it's a pleasure to spend this time with you guys because I know I can learn every immersion with you. Great people, great English. So I feel really grateful when we can meet this kind of person in this immersion. So that's all about me.
Yes, Camila, I agree with you. And sometimes we are here for the English, but we learn more than that.
Yes.
English is just a tool for our
Yeah.
communication. It's amazing. About myself, guys, I am Andrea. I live in Guarujá, the coast of São Paulo, but I was born in São Bernardo do Campo. I am an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. I have worked a lot this week, because this Semana Santa, this kind of things. But it's okay. It's a adult's life. We need to survive and deal with it. What else? In my free time, I like listening to music, drink wine, cooking, and stay here on Talk and Talk because I really want to improve my English. Okay. So that's it. Let's start the conversation. Camila, would you like to read and answer the first one, please?
Yes, an interesting question. What was the very first job you remember wanting as a kid? Guys, I don't know if it was the first, but I remember once that I said to my mom that I would like to be a writer. And I have
Nice.
a notebook with some short stories about, I don't know, things, things, and I was writing stories, and I had this dream to be a writer. And I really loved to study when I was a kid Portuguese. So I guess this can be something related. I was the kid who grew up reading GBs, Turma da Mônica. So I guess this influenced me a lot. So my first job dream was being a writer as a kid.
Nice. And do you continue having this
No,
ish, this wish or not?
no, I think it's totally different. I guess nowadays, of course, everyone can write a book. It's really important to leave this message, but in my case, I can't see the difference right now, the importance of this. In that time, I was like, oh, just writing the same story as Turma da Mônica, and then nowadays it's totally different. But maybe, I don't know. I cannot say never, but it's totally different.
Okay, nice. Camila, what about you, Bianca?
When I was a child, I wanted to be a teacher. My mom gave to me a black, um, I forgot how can I say lousa, but a lousa with a lot of G's, and I remember that I tried to teach my dolls and my cousins, and yeah. And when I was 14, I gave some classes, English classes, but about the basics. like colors, numbers, and animals, things like that for children that were in the quinta série, in the primary yet. So yeah, and nowadays I am a teacher. But the thing, it wasn't a linear process. I had some ups and downs. So yeah, more or less like that.
Nice. It's amazing. And how old are you when you teach the kids?
I was 14.
14. And the kids, it's around
Uh,
7, 5.
they were in the quinta série, maybe
Quinta
8.
quinta série.
I think it's about 10,
Yeah.
10, 11.
Yeah, 10, 11. I agree. Yeah, oh, it's amazing, Anka. Congrats. And now you are a teacher. It's interesting, right, guys? Because I remember when I was a kid, I would like to be a journalist, but I've never understand why I would be a journalist because I consider myself a really shy person. And to be a journalist, we need to have a good communication, or to be, I don't know, extrovert person. And why? I don't know why. But of course, I didn't follow it. And nowadays, I don't know what I want to be honest. Let's see about you, Iago.
I think the only thing that I remember once is that I wanted to be a gardener. I think that's it. Jardineiro, you know. I don't know why, because nowadays I can't take care of any plant because I just forget to water them. We have a lot of plants here, but my husband takes care of them all. He's a biologist, so he loves plants. And but I remember because my mom always had a lot of plants in our house, and I helped her to take care of them when I was a child. And I remembered that, but I don't know. I think that it was just something that I like to do with her, I think, and that's it. I yeah, as a child, I think that it was that dream, I think.
It's interesting one, Iago. I have never thought about that. And my mom's had a lot of plants as well. And I believe that the way that you take care about your plants, it comes from the age. Because I remember when I was younger, I don't know, 25, 26, 30 year old, I couldn't uh, keeps the plant survive, because I was terrible. And then I really love taking care about my plants. I have a lot. And I don't know, maybe because I am getting older, now I know how to deal with the plants. I don't know why, guys. I don't know about you, but I believe that it's related to age. You can say it for me uh, ahead, years ahead. So let's go, Lurian, please.
Um, in my case, always when I was a kid, I was impressed of artistic thing. I think it's because my mom, she was so afraid all the time. She didn't, it was me and my sister, we have just 1 year of different. We didn't enjoy like childhood, like doing things like play in the street, go to the park. Always we are just at home watching TVs. So it's a kind of my universe always was about like some kind of artist. And I remember I was I want to be a singer just because I love it, like when my mom watched some kind of concert with me on TV. Oh, it's really nice. She sings really well. And always I think about that. But like it's really hard, right, to follow this kind of path. If you follow your parents, maybe they need to help you in the beginning for to take you in the places, no? So of course this was not a possibility for me, but always I had this thing about artistic things, Singer is the most of one, but I did the theater and the schools, you know, always I like to act. Even nowadays, like when I need to do for the church, sometimes I do some kind of theater, but it's more like a hobby nowadays. But in the past, oh, I want to be a singer. I want to be a singer. It's like that. But of course, it doesn't work like that. It's
The interesting one as well. And what kind of music, what kind of genre of music were you influenced to from your
Ye-
mom?
Yes, to for you see that is really influence. I love like good times. I like Whitney Houston. I
Mhm.
like Celine Dion, Diana Ross. So always for me, the songs need to have some kind of the choros, refrão, choros, need to be something big like because make me so emotional, you know. But because my mom loves that, so I can say maybe it's a kind of pop.
Nice, nice. And
Yes.
80s, I believe that this kind of songs, it's around the 80s, you know,
Yes,
80s.
yes.
Yeah,
Because I was born in 1990, so it's about that. It was really good songs, you know, like it's emotional. Sometimes I cry. So I think that this kind of song touch people. So maybe because of that, I think it was a nice job to do.
nice. Thank you, Lurian. Yanka, would you like to read and answer the next one, please?
Yes. Did your childhood dreams change as you got older? What influenced that? Yes, changed a lot. And well, I think that the main influence it was that I could see more options. Like I wanted to be a teacher, but teach what actually? So I could think more about that, for example. But for a long time, I changed my plans. I wanted to be a firefighter. I think that I already mentioned this before here. And other thing that influenced the change, it was random stuff like I wasn't tall enough to be a firefighter in that moment, and I am not until today. I am very compact, a compact woman, and I couldn't. And then I had to change. I went to engenharia de alimentos, but then I doubt about myself, thinking about vestibular and so on. So sometimes our self-esteem too make us change our plans, and I went to sociology, and I keep changing until today. But thinking about like what I want, the balance between what I want and what can give me more money, be more profit, because we have to study and work with what we like, but at the same time we have to survive. So I keep
Exactly.
doing this balance until today. Oh, yeah. So a lot of stuff, the life happens, I think.
Yeah, it's a good point, you know, because sometimes just to love your profession, it's not enough, you know. You need to think about the money. And people that say that, oh, money is not important. Come on, guys, it's important. Yeah, for sure, you know, because we need to survive. But it's nice to hear about that. And I was thinking here, guys, in my case, I would like to be a journalist, as I said before. And then when I grew up, I would like to be a who, oh my gosh, engineer, a civil engineer, because I have always liked to draw, you know, and the most of the of case I like it to draw houses, you know, like we see in the journal, in the news. I don't know if nowadays it it exists as well yet, but in the past in journals it's used is you we usually see for example apartments, you know, and we have a plant from the apartments with the two bedrooms, this kind of things, and I really like it to draw it, and maybe I thought maybe I can be oh my gosh, I forgot, an engineer, a civil engineer. And later I started working with an engineer, and uh, pas- I get in love. I got in love with this profession, but I didn't follow, unfortunately. I don't know why, the life always change and we follow others' paths and we don't know why sometimes. But it's still a dream. Maybe one day, I'm alive, so even though I'm 47, maybe one day I can do it. What about you, Iago?
I I think that I don't know how to answer this question, but I think that I remember when I was in high school, I always thought about being a dentist. I don't know why. But I don't know. I think that it was something that I would like to do back then, but but I didn't do it. Because when I was in high school, I was in I don't know how to say that, but I think that is a cross line. I think something like that. Because my parents, they are entrepreneurs, so they have like two stores of different things. And my dad want me to be an accountant or do like something administration, something like that to help the business. But the only thing that I knew for sure back then is that I didn't want to work with them because business and family, that's something that now work well.
I agree with you.
Because the problems always are discussed in house and you never get rest of work and no the only thing that I thought back then is that oh I think that I don't want it. And then my mom, she didn't want me to go to the college because of religious reasons. And then my option was to do online graduation because it was something that I could do. I wasn't getting out of the house, so it was fine by my mom. And and then I chose to study English because oh, I think that that's something that I like. And back then I thought that I could be a translator. I don't know, but maybe thank God I didn't follow this path to be a translator because I don't know how it is now with AI, because it's too easy to do this right now. I really don't know. Maybe if you don't work in the editorial way, I don't know, articles, books, I think that in other things it's not easy to be a translator anymore. And then I was a teacher for 5 or 6 years, I think, in elementary schools. But again, I was sure that I didn't want to be a teacher because it's too stressful for me to teach kids and teenagers. And I have all kind of experience as a teacher because I teach small kids and it was fine, but the kids have too much energy and I wasn't able to follow them. And then I was with teenagers and teenagers are, I don't know how to say it, but I don't know. They don't care too much about you. So it was a problem. And then when I was in high school, I think that, oh, they think that they know too much. This doesn't work for me. It was the terrible experience teaching high schoolers. Uh, and and then with the pandemic, I saw remote work and I started to search on other things that I could do with my graduation. And then I am working with instructional design nowadays. But I don't know if that's something that I will do for a long time also. I'm still not sure what I want to do with my career. and that's fine by me. I make peace with that, you know. I'm working, I'm enjoying right now, I'm being well paid for the moment, and it's okay for me, but I don't know.
Nice, Iago. And I was thinking here, can you imagine that I was thinking about do letras? I don't know how to say that in English. Just because I really love studying English. But I thought, but if I start this college, I will need to give classes, and I don't want to be a teacher, at all. I don't like this environment. Oh, no, it's not for me. So I'm still thinking about what I need to do, what I want to do. And it's so difficult to choose something, that keep my motivation, because it's hard for me to keep motivation when it comes to study. Besides English, but the other things is terrible. What about you, Camila?
Guys, I have a similar story as Yanka. My dolls had a teacher, was teacher by me, and I tried to be not a fire. I forgot the word that Bianca said. I can say fireman, but in my case was a copy. But I am really a short girl, and I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't. And since then I give up. So my father is a cop, but he is retired, and my mom is a nurse. So I was like into this environment since I was young, and then I don't know, guys. Maybe I had a dream to be a writer or to be into these school things, like to be a teacher. Maybe I did. I don't know how to say that in English, but I did magistério here in Brazil. It was really common. It's like a technical course. And then I remember that since I finished, the first thing that I did was I need to do a different things. I don't want to be into this. And I decided to study a degree in business administration business since then. And everything changed. My life changed at all about everything, like upside down. And I don't know, maybe I don't know why these things happens. I have something inside of me relate to being a teacher, but of course nowadays is something so far from my reality. But for sure, guys, if you try to get myself as a kid and right now, I wouldn't say I will be accountant or into these financial stuffs or field because it's totally different from what I expect. I used to draw a lot. I have a lot of good things in my house, and then I don't know, guys. Life change, and maybe I can change in the future, as Andrea said. Maybe I can. I had a dream to be to have a degree in psychologist, but maybe I don't know. It's 5 years, so it's for me it's really a long period studying. But I don't know, guys. Maybe I can do as a hobby, but I don't know if I will be a professional about it in the future. But that's it about life change a lot, right? And us are in the process and we change. So it's really interesting to think about this.
Yeah, you said about magisteria. I have a funny story to talk about, but I would like to listen in Lurian, and then we can return from that. Go ahead, Lurian, please.
Yes, I was thinking, my my life, like I think it was reality. Like in the end, we need to think about other things. Like we need to survive. So, of course, some things maybe can change. One thing that happened with me that always I love mathematics, math, and I remember that I took my toys and I fixed them. And when I need to decide about my degree, my mom said, Lurian, for me, either you choose something with mathematics, to work with numbers, or you can choose some kind of electricity, electrical engineer, because of that. But I never had any instructions about my career. Like my mom was just saying this because of random, but I didn't know of all of the opportunities I had in my hands. And I remember I said, no, I don't want to be an engineer because women are not engineer. This is a thing for men, and I was so wrong. And I didn't have anyone to give some instructions. I couldn't imagine myself like with a boots, with a helmet, and like that because this was the what I was thinking about to be an engineer. So in the end, I did the manager, administration, and I can work with numbers. But nowadays, since I'm more mature, I can understand better. Always, I think like I like to draw, so I could be like an architect or maybe a designer. This is really nice because I can use like creativity. I like to talk a lot too, and my friends always they said like I'm a good listener. So I was thinking maybe if I could be psychologist too. Like like everyone said here, it's never the end. Always we can change. But in the same time, I'm good in my career right now. I have some kind of experience now, expertise, and I like to. But always I think in and if I can do this, right? So I think it's a lot of ifs. Maybe I will not have all the answer in this life, right? But all these like so I start my life think about artistic thing, like I said. After I was about to electrical engineer or maybe even doctors. I in my mind, it was really good to be a doctor. But I don't like to see all the blood. I don't have problems to see blood. It's not annoying. But in the when you are doing some kind of medicine, you need to see cadavers. You need to do things that I don't like it. So no. So this I was sure. No, I don't want because of that. But all these passed in my mind, and I don't know, I think I will live with that. Or maybe at some point I will try to do this like a hobby. Like you said, Andrea, about the immersions, not to study letters. I don't know how to. I like to learn a new language now. It's really nice for my knowledge. I feel like so powerful now because I can do this. Oh, so let's try to teach this. So all the time, All Minds is giving us something. So I try to put my feet in the floor, then try to think better, and but maybe one day I can do something else for fun, for hobby, and keeping my career like that. But I don't know for sure. That's it.
Exactly. And I was thinking here, Luria, for example, the good side, we were talking in the last immersion, I believe Iago was there, about the generation. And I believe that we are in a generation in that it's possible to change, and you don't need to to be so much concerned about the others people thoughts, because in the past, if you were a journalist, you need to be a journalist for the entire life. And nowadays, no, we are free. We have this freedom to choose what is better for you. So it's amazing. Because of that, I believe that we are always thinking in new things, in new possibilities. So that's it. And guys, I have a question for you, because I don't know if you struggled in the past with your mom asked you, oh, you need to do it. Your future is like that. Choose this profession. Because my mom wished that I could be a teacher. And as I said before, I don't have this perfil, I forgot in English, because not that I don't like kids, okay? To be clear here, I like kids with their moms, not with me, okay? So imagine if I became a teacher, and I fight a lot. I fight a lot with my mom, Camila, because my mom wish I do magistério, and I just enter in magistério for 1 year, and I decided, no, I don't want this. It's not think that I like. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to teach the kids. And then I give up and do other things, But it was terrible. It was terrible. Every day it was a fight with my mom. So I would like to know about you. Do you have some thing like that, Yanka? Because you are a only child as well. So let me know.
And it's complicated to be the only child because it seems that all my mom's dreams, she tried to make me do it, realize it. My dad too. So both dreams in one person and my wishes,
Mhm.
Can I wish? Can I dream too? It was weird. Um, and to be clear, I want to be a teacher in that moment, no, but now I don't want to teach in the high school, I'm thinking about universities. It's not that easy too. Sometimes it's complicated, but I feel that I can have talks directly, talks. I don't have to be so, I don't have to take care about the child and so on. I'm having conversation with adults
Yeah.
already, so it's more easy. So it's this kind of teacher that I would like to do to be today, and what I am trying to be actually. But thinking about my parents, my mom I don't remember, but my dad want to me go to Argentina or some countries, neighbor countries, to do medicine because it could be easier and cheaper than do in Brazil. But I didn't actually. I was thinking about other stuffs, and my mom want that I did something like that too, medicine or something that give me more money, more returns, I guess. And I choose sociology. So yeah, it was very different of what they wanted to me. But nowadays, I think that they are proud of me. I hope so. And it's nice that they could see that I could choose and choose well, I think. And the last thing, it's nice to think about generation and to think how the things change and to think that there aren't women's profession and men's profession. Like we can choose even civil engineer or whatever. We can choose. It's not this kind of role, gender role changes. Thank God, thank us too, that we could evolve, think like that. So yeah, so choose girls. Do not doubt about yourself. Go for it.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Coach.
It's interesting that, for example, your mom and your father would you like to become a medicine or something like that, but they don't impose for you, oh, you need to do it, because I want. This is the good side because there are families that do it, And my mom is kind of that, and I always have problems with the communication with my mom. Since nowadays, we are mother and child, but it's terrible. It's terrible. The communication sometimes doesn't match. What about you, Iago?
I said a little bit about it. My dad want me to do something business related. My mom want me to follow a path in the religion that I was in it, and then I decided to not go either way because I left the religion that she raised me, and I didn't want to work with my family, as I said. But I don't know. I think that And then I think that I left home in a really young age. I think that I was 20 when I left. Yeah, I think that I was 20 when I moved home because I don't know. I think that after that, at least for me, when I left home, I think that it was easy. Some things, they didn't um talk anything anymore about my work path because the only worry that they have is that, oh, you working right now? And then, yes, I'm working, I'm fine. And they were like, okay, that's great. If you need help, you can count on us, and that's it. And I think that, and they still have we have this kind of talk till nowadays because I changed paths in the years. So when I changed the company that I am right now, my dad was, oh, so what are you doing now? You earning more money? You are being well paid. You have benefits. And I know that that's a worry that they have because I'm not close to them. Because, for example, my sister works with them, my sister and her husband, they work with them. So, they are really close. They see each other every day. And I'm not. So I think that the only worry that they have right now is that I'm working and that I'm fine. But I think that we are fine in this thing. I think that when I mostly when I came out to them, that they understand, oh, you will follow a totally different path that we imagined for you. It was difficult back then, but when I left home, it was I think that the how can I say it, the relationship with them got better, I think.
Mm, good to know. What about you, Lulian? You said a little about as well, but I am
Yes.
asking it, guys, because for me it was really difficult to change my mom's mind. So because of this, I am curious about you.
For me, it was not hard. Like my mom is a housewife since I was born. Before, she used to be a seamstress, a costureira, but she need to stop to work because of us to take care of us. And since then, she's a housewife. And my father, he works with tooth prosthesis, protético in Portuguese. So my father, yes, he had a dream. Maybe I could be a dentist because his job is really related with his position, because you need to go to the dentist to do the exams, to check if you need a protest. And after, if you need, you will go with my father. But first, you need to go to the dentist. So always my father said about, you can be a dentist. I remember when I was a kid, I went to my father's work to see him. Oh, look what we will do, but never was a pressure. Never, I never feel like that. So I remember because of I didn't like to see the prostheses, like with just the teeth. Imagine, because the smile is really beautiful, but when you see just the teeth and the prosthesis, is not beautiful. And I remember that, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to just, it's not something for me. But I remember always he talk about that. But when I decide about my career, he didn't say anything neither. He just, okay, you do this, okay. So, but actually, I could be happy if I be a dentist. It would not be, but in that time, I didn't have that opinion that I have today. So is that we change a lot if you don't have instructions, and when you need, we will do another way. That's it.
Nice. Thank you, Luria. And what about you, Camila? Was difficult to handle your mom's choice?
Yes, I had some problems because uh, I don't know. I don't I give up about magistério and being a teacher for kids. But in that period, my mom said to me, "Okay, you don't want to be, but what? Which kind of course you will choose?" And I said, "I don't know. Maybe I want to be a dentist. I want to write." Was like something unexpected for me in that period. And then she said to me, "Okay, so your first course will be something related to get money, and then in the future you can do whatever you want." And I guess this is like an excuse for kids, like do it something in the future you decide. And since then, of course, I didn't something that I would. But my first course, I guess, I don't know, guys, if you agree, this was more than things for show from the others. Like my daughter has a degree in whatever, but she has, and then no matter about the curse, but was society pressure maybe about my mom. And she makes me do it. I was 18, I guess. In my opinion, it's so young to decide what to do for the rest of your life. And of course, I'm not blaming her because she did what she thought was right for me in that period. So I got my first degree when I was 18, was business administration. And she said, I guess this is something that I will say it for her just to I don't know, to make sure that she will be in the right path for her life, get her money, and then in the future she can decide something better. And I don't know if I at 18 I would be able to choose something for my life that could get me money. So I guess was a good choice at the first time. But of course I was under pressure to choose something just to make this society happy or my mom happy. So I had this problem.
I feel you. Oh my gosh, I struggle a lot, guys. Guys, we have 6 minutes. I believe that we can answer just one more question in a quickly way, okay? Because we have other immersion come up. And I believe that the question number 8 is an interesting one. So if you could talk to your younger self, what would you say about your journey so far? Iago.
I think that my younger self will be really proud of me right now. I think that over the years I made peace with a lot of things, because I don't know, sometimes I feel that, or I used to feel that nothing happened as I wanted to because I did what I wanted to do, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. And because of that, I'm still not sure of anything when it comes to work, and something like that. But I think that the life that I have now, I'm really proud what I built for myself and what my husband and I built for us. I think that it's been a journey because, and I can't just dissociate one thing for another because we are together for 10 years already. So it's a long time already. And I'm only 29 and we are together for 10 years, and I can't dissociate. So I think that for me and him, we have a really good life. And I think that and I am really proud of myself, and I think that my younger self will be really proud too.
Of course. Amazing, amazing, Iago. What about you, Ianca?
Um, I don't know, actually, to be honest. Well, I think that I'm doing, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
You are
I
doing
have
great, Bianca. You are doing great.
what I would like, I was evangelical when I was younger, you know. I don't know what I could talk, like, I don't know if my 14 years old version will be proud of me today, to be honest, because of my mind in that moment. I was too conservative, too traditional. I changed it a lot. So I don't know. I have to think a little bit.
I got your point. Don't worry. What about you, Dorian?
I think I could say to myself that thank you, like because who I am now is because of her little kid, child. But at the same time, I remember maybe I could give some kind of comfort, because I was so lost. All the path I need to do alone, I didn't have some kind of way to do, and like just like breathe some time, take easy some time. But thank you for all the path you did, because at the end of the rainbow, right, we have a treasure. So we are getting there. It's like that. Thanks for kids, because imagine I cannot talk with myself like adult, she will be think I'm crazy, who I became, I become a crazy person. So try to think something about kids, and say that's it.
Nice. What about you, Camila?
Well, this is an interesting question. Maybe um, I can say like all, not all, but maybe this confusion can be clear in the future. Don't feel afraid and don't think too much about the other's opinion. And can be about your parents' opinion also, because sometimes we need to, we have to give them the answer. So I guess would be a unexpected surprise what I changed during this process. But I guess I felt really proud of it. But I could be better if I believe more in myself, or maybe try to put my opinion in the table and decide what I want. So, but I cannot complain, I guess.
I have the same feeling as you, Camila. I know I am proud of my journey, but if I had done something different in the past, I would have other, I don't know, life nowadays. Sometimes I think
Mhm.
like that. But okay, we are doing our best. So, guys, it was an amazing conversation with you. I hope you have liked it because I really like it to talk about your professional's wish. Thank you so much for coming, Camila, Yanka, Iago, Lurian. Have a great Easter and see you around. Bye.